In 1978, the Czech dissident Václav Havel, later president, wrote an essay called The Power of the Powerless. And in it, he asked a simple question: how did the communist system sustain itself? And his answer began with a greengrocer. Every morning, this shopkeeper places a sign in his window: "Workers of the world unite." He doesn't believe it. No one does. But he places the sign anyway to avoid trouble, to signal compliance, to get along. And because every shopkeeper on every street does the same, the system persists. Not through violence alone, but through the participation of ordinary people in rituals they privately know to be false. Havel called this living within a lie. The system's power comes not from its truth, but from everyone's willingness to perform as if it were true. And its fragility comes from the same source. When even one person stops performing, when the greengrocer removes his sign, the illusion begins to crack. Friends, it is time for companies and countries to take their signs down.
Často slyším otázku, jak nám Spojené státy mohou dnes pomoci. Má odpověď je paradoxní, jako ostatně celý můj život. Nejvíc nám pomůžete, když pomůžete Sovětskému svazu na jeho sice nezvratné, ale přesto nesmírně komplikované cestě k demokracii. Je to cesta daleko komplikovanější, než jakou mohou jít jeho bývalí evropští satelité. Víte asi sami nejlépe, jak rychle podpořit nenásilný vývoj tohoto obrovského mnohonárodnostního tělesa k demokracii a ke svébytnosti všech jeho národů. Nepřísluší mi proto vám radit. Mohu jen říct, že čím dřív, rychleji a pokojněji se Sovětský svaz začne ubírat po cestě skutečné politické plurality, respektu k právům národů na svébytnost a k fungující, tedy tržní ekonomice, tím lépe bude nejen pro Čechy a Slováky, ale pro celý svět. A tím dřív i vy budete schopni zmenšovat břemeno vojenského rozpočtu, který musí americký lid nést. Metaforicky řečeno, miliony, které teď dáte na východ, se vám brzy vrátí v podobě ušetřených miliard.
Two, I often hear the question, how can the United States of America help us today? My reply is as paradoxical as the whole of my life has been. You can help us most of all if you help the Soviet Union on its irreversible but immensely complicated road to democracy. It is far more complicated than the road open to its former European settlement. You yourselves know best how to support as rapidly as possible the non-violent evolution of this enormous multinational body politic towards democracy and autonomy for all of its peoples. Therefore, it is not fitting for me to offer you any advice. I can only say that the sooner, the more quickly and the more peacefully the Soviet Union begins to move along the road towards genuine political pluralism, respect for the rights of the nations to their own integrity, and to a working in the market economy, the better it will be, not just for Czechs and Slovaks, but for the whole world. And the sooner you yourselves will be able to reduce the burden of the military budget borne by the American people. To put it metaphorically, the millions you give to the East today will soon return to you in the form of billions in savings.
Za třetí,